Hey everyone, it's Skylar. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And we're on vlog 28 of 30 days of La Challenge Month. And we have a sort of wrestling vlog for you guys today. And I'm going to basically talk about 10 of my favorite wrestling finishing maneuvers and why I think they're my favorite. Just so you know, this is like my opinion of favorite wrestling finishes. Yours would be different. I will probably like yours and you may hate mine, but that's what it is. That's what my favorite are. So I've got my list here, and here we go. Number 10 is a finishing maneuver by the name of the Black Hole Slam. And people would be like going, what the hell is that, right? I will explain to you, right? If you ain't seen TNA wrestling, well, Impact Wrestling, you may not know the wrestler I am on about. His name is Abyss. He's like one of the big guys. He's like a TNA original. He's been there since about 2003. And his finishing maneuver is like, it's basically, they call it the Black Hole Slam, but it's a version of the Sidewalk Slam that the Big Boss Man do, but he has a bit more elevation to it. So that's my number 10. Number 9 is, of course, the Twist of Fate, done by both. I prefer Jeff Hardy's version. Some people would know Jeff Hardy, that he's had 2 stints in WWE, but Jeff Hardy is currently in TNA, and I believe he's just had a fabulous match at Slammiversary with Matt Hardy. Now, don't tell me the result because I haven't seen it yet. I will watch it on YouTube when it comes available, so don't tell me. I just like it because I just like the finisher because it's a good finisher, and also it's like similar to like, it's like, I think it's better than a neck breaker, if you get what I mean. Now, number 8, I've picked 2 finishers, but it's to the same wrestler. The wrestler I'm on about is currently in TNA and has one of the best wrestling matches of his life recently at NXT TakeOver against Shinsuke Nakamura. And of course I'm on about Austin Aries. I remember Austin Aries from TNA and Ring of Honor, but more so TNA. And Austin Aries used one of his finishes at the TakeOver event, but I don't know whether WWE have banned his other finisher maneuver, which is the Brainbuster, which was originated by forgotten who originated it now. I don't know whether it was Tony Blanchard or Arn Anderson. It was one of them two, but they were one of them that originated. And also tying in with Austin Aries is his finishing submission maneuver called the Last Chancery, which is like they grab the neck and then he pulls his neck back and he bridges. If you see the match against Shinsuke Nakamura, then you'll understand what I'm trying to say, basically. So that's number 8. Number 7 is another wrestler from TNA called James Storm, who did go to NXT, but he didn't like it, but he wanted to come back to TNA. And his finishing maneuver is called the Last Call Superkick. If you're talking about super kicks, I do like Shawn Michaels' version, but I think James Storm's last call super kick is a bit more devastating. That's why it's on my list. Number 6 is also another TNA wrestler who used to be in WWE. His name in WWE was Derek Bateman. And he's known in TNA as EC3. And his finishing maneuver is called the 1%er. You have to see his finisher to believe he actually calls it the 1%er. So, yeah, because it is a fabulous finisher. Number 5 is Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio was on my list for the 619. If you guys are wondering where Rey Mysterio is now, you probably know him from, because he actually started in Mexico. I think it was the AAA promotion. Then he went to ECW. Then he went to WCW. Then he went to WWE. And then he left WWE and he's now in Lucha Underground. He was, I know I'm going to give a bit of a spoiler here, but he was the Trios champion until he lost it to PJ Black, which was Justin Gabriel. Jack. His name's Jack something. He's a great aerial type wrestler, similar to PJ Black, and of course John Morrison, who was in WWE as Johnny Nitro. I'll tell you, they changed his name to John Morrison, and they're now the Trios champion. That's a bit of a spoiler for you from Lucha Underground, but going back to Rey Mysterio, I just love how he swings around the ropes and just has the ability just to kick somebody and then they just fall off the ropes. It's just great. I just love that finish. I just do. And everyone shouts, "Dial it up, 619!" Just fab. Number 4 is, of course, Randy Orton. And I don't know what's happening with Randy Orton. Some people saying that he's not coming back to WWE. Some people saying he's going to come back. And I don't know what's happening with him. But anyway, I can't have a list without putting him and his finishing maneuver, the RKO. It's like a version of the Diamond Cutter that DDP does, but I think Randy Orton's is above and beyond. It's a fabulous finishing maneuver. You can pull it off from absolutely anywhere. It could be off a ladder, on the ropes, off the top rope, on the arena floor. You know, the guy can do it anywhere, off a table even. So, and that's why it's on my list. Number 3 is, of course, the current NXT champion, Samoa Joe, who used to be in Ring of Honor and TNA. And of course, his finishing maneuver, the Muscle Buster. You have to see his match against Finn Balor with his finisher off the top rope on top of the cage, like near the top of the cage. Great match it was. So yeah, his finishing maneuver is the Muscle Buster. It can, if he does it the wrong way, it can damage necks, which he damaged Tyson Kidd's neck, and he was out of action because of his injury due to the Muscle Buster being performed on him. Number 2 is, of course, the only female is that on my list, and it is like my favourite submission maneuver of all time. Of course, originated by Bret Hitman Hart, is of course the sharpshooter. And I just love this maneuver. I scream for joy every time the maneuver is applied, because maneuver is applied, because I'm just excited, because I just love seeing someone being executed in that maneuver, and they're going like submitting it crazy, but you know what I mean, I like it. Of course, number one, if you guys know me by now, who my now favourite wrestler of all time is, of course, AJ Styles, who's in WWE, he was in WCW, XWF, 2PW, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, TNA, and now WWE. So I think this is the bestest wrestler in the world and has the bestest finishing maneuver to date, even though Michelle McCool tried to copy his maneuver. She called it the Faith Breaker, but I still will always prefer the Styles Clash. I just love how the fact that the move can be executed and you can switch it to get pinned, basically. And if you ain't seen this finishing maneuver applied, it's where somebody could be like you thinking they're going to be put into a pile driver, but they're not, and AJ Styles' legs wraps between the arms and then flops them down one and then twists them over 1, 2, 3. There you go, the end. So yeah, that's my list. Go for it again. 10 Black Hole Slam Abyss, 9 Twist of Fate Jeff Hardy, 8 Brainbuster and the Last Chancery Austin Aries, 7 Last Call James Storm, 6 The 1%er by EC3, 5 619 Rey Mysterio, 4 RKO Randy Orton, 3 The Muscle Busters Samoa Joe, 2 The Sharpshooter Natalia, which was originated by Bret Hitman Hart, and of course number 1 it was the Styles Clash by AJ Styles. Now I hope you like this vlog, and I will see you all soon. I don't know if I vlog. Ta-ta for now. Bye.